Hey everybody, it's David and I'm back with another video. So today we're going to pick up where we left off on my top 140 greatest albums of all time. And you may be wondering, why did you have 140 and not like 200 or something? Well, I went through all my CDs and I went to each of artists, groups, whatever, and I'm like, okay, when I think of that group, what is my favorite album or albums from that group? And that's how did it, and I ended up with 140. So that's how I got it. So we stopped at 130 um, last week, so we'll pick it up there. First up at number 130 is John Schlitt's newest album, Go. This one came out in 2020. This is his sixth solo album, and it was on and was on 4K Records. Yeah, this is a good album. It's got see, the good songs on here are, of course, Go, um, Fighting the Fight, Just Let Go, um, Fake News, um, Not Dead Yet. Yeah, a lot of good songs on this album. Still pretty good album, or and a good still he still he can still rock really good too. So that's John Schlitt with Go at number 130. Number 129 is Tamplin. He released this album in 1993. This is his third studio album, and it was on the Benson record label. Um, yeah, I mean, he's been all over the place, um, doing all sorts of different stuff. This one has the big song on it called "Testify." That's how I found out about Ken Tamplin. Um, yeah, and it's also got like "Dancing on a Volcano." Um, let's see, "Mystery Train." "Don't Let the Sky Fall on Me." Um, yeah, Ken Tamplin at number 129, 129 with Tamplin. Number 128, Third Days, 2010 release, Move. This is their 10th album, studio album. This was on the Sparrow record label. This had Trust in Jesus and Children of God on it. Two really good song hits for them. Plus also Lift Up Your Face, Make Your Move, Everywhere You Go, Don't Give Up Hope, I'll Be Your Miracle. Yep. Number one, that's Third Day with at number 128 with Move. Number 127 from 2000 on Sparrow Records. This is Zoe Girl and their debut album, Zoe Girl. Um, yep. Good stuff. More like dance, electronica stuff. But yeah. I believe anything is possible. Um, Give Me a Reason. Yeah, just some really good Christian music. They were good. Number 128, Zoe Girl, with their debut album, Zoe Girl. Or 127, sorry. 126, Todd Agnew with Grace Like Rain. This is his debut album from 2003. This is on the Ardent record label. To describe his kind of music, it's rock. There's rock songs on here. There's worship songs on here. There's just pop songs on here. He doesn't stick to one style of music, but he still does Christian music, but not just rock or pop or worship, but he's kind of all over the place. Reached Down is a good song. This Fragile Breath, Grace Like Rain. You Are is good. And Kindness is good. Still Here Waiting. Yeah, it's just some good stuff. So number 127. No, sorry. 126. Jeez. Can't even read my own handwriting. That's pretty bad. 126. Todd Agnew and Grace Like Rain. $125 is Johnny Q. Public with their only album, Extraordinary. They were like a grunge band back in the 1995 on Goatee Records, which is the record label that Toby Mac and his cousin started. So, yep. So it's Preacher's Kid is a good song. Body B, As I Pray, Women of Zion. There's some good songs on here. Wish they would have put more albums out, but this is all they did. Yep, so that's Johnny Q. Public at number 125 with Extraordinary. And number 124 is the debut release from Mercy Me. Came out in 2001 on INO Records. And of course, this one has the big I Can Only Imagine song on it that still played nonstop on the radio to today. And that's a good song, but there's a lot more good songs on here. I Worship You is a great song. How Great Is Your Love, Bless Me Indeed. Call to Worship, and In You. That's a good song. So there's a lot more to Mercy Me than just that group. Just that song. I Can Only Imagine. They're still going pretty strong to today. In fact, they got a tour that has the Newsboys on it, which would be an awesome tour to go see, but I just don't have the money to go see a tour these days. Not when tickets are like $100 a piece, which is kind of stupid. But anyway, Number 124 is Mercy Me with Almost There. Number 123 is another debut album from Jeremy Camp. This one's called Stay. This one came out in 2002 on Beck Recordings. This CD is just loaded down with good song after good song after good song. Understand, then Right Here, Walk by Faith, Stay, All the Time, I Still Believe, One Day at a Time, Breaking My Fall, Nothing, I Know You're Calling, Take My Life, and In Your Presence. Every song on this album is just so good and so just awesome. This would have to, if I was to rank all the Jeremy Camp albums, this one would probably be the best. Because to me, he is just not topped anything else. He's just not topped it with anything else he's ever done. And he's still making music to this day. But to me, this is the best of the best right here. Number 123 at Jeremy Camp with Stay. 122, the debut album from Cutlass. This came out in 2002 as well on Tooth and Nail Records, which is the Beck Recordings that Jeremy Camp's album is on, is run by the people that do Tooth and Nail Records. So, but Cutlass, man, they came out on the scene just like rocking. I mean, just they did an awesome job with this album. Probably one of my favorite Cutlass albums. I mean, Your Touch, Run, Vow, In Me, Pride Away, Grace and Love. Man, I mean, just all around, just an awesome, awesome debut album from this group. And they've kind of went away from this style now, and they're more into the worship stuff. They still blend in the rock, but it's not going to be as good as this album and their next album, Sea of Faces. And the further they got away from this album, they got away from the rock and went more into the worship stuff, which is not bad. I mean, you know, still pretty good, but this is the best. 122, right? Yep. 122, Cutlass with their debut album, Cutlass. And finally, for this video, number 121, Casting Crowns, debut album, Casting Crowns, from 2003 on Beach Street Music. Yep, this is actually produced by Steven Curtis Chapman. So, really good album. Yep, so this is a great debut. It's got What If His People Prayed, If We Are the Body, Voice of Truth, Who Am I, American Dream, Here I Go Again, and Your Love is Extravagant, plus a few other songs. But The Voice of Truth and Who Am I are probably their biggest songs off this album. But there are a lot more great songs on this album along with those two. So if you need anything to listen to, go on your Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you stream your music or whatever. Go on YouTube and look them up. Look up Casting Crowns. Awesome, awesome group number 121. Well, that'll do it for this video. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date on these videos. I'm going to try to start doing, if I get anything through the month, I'm going to save it all till the end of the month and make one video of showing all the CDs and DVDs and Blu-rays or whatever I get that month at the end of the month, so I can try to keep everybody up to date with what I've got. Until I make my next video, have a good day.